Good morning, Tuesday. What are you up to? Tuesday. I worked an overnight and I finished my Christmas gift for my husband. Stitched the last double crochet, snipped it. The challenge is I need to sew in the ends, block it, so I can get some proper measurements of what size picture frame I'm looking for. Miss Serious over here. She's staring out the front window and it's about, 5-10 minutes before school starts. So over at the middle school, which is connected to the park, all the last minute kids are arriving. So she needs to keep an eye and make sure they go over there and they don't come over here. And then in about half an hour, the dog people start arriving to go into the field section and throw some balls around. So she also keeps a close eye on them to make sure they're playing over there and they're not playing over here. Dog's life, man. It's so busy. So I have to prioritize some projects so that I can get everything done. I owe you a fashion show. I have my San Luis Obispo Juniper Moon tank top that I made, forgot to show. I have my cake off with Mad Mimi and Ellen's Crochet to show you. I finished the cake off. I have, oh my gosh, I have stuff to show you guys. I need to show you the filet crochet, completely done. There was something else that was fashionable that I needed to do a fashion show. I thought I had 3 projects. Well, need to do that. I have a dress that I'm making for Amanda over at Tap Mama in the Big Brigade. I need to, she took her flea pill yesterday, so today we itch for fleas. So I have the dress for Tap Mama. I have all of my yarn wound up for it. I have it in a project bag. I did a little swatch. I got the perfect hook in there. So the plan with that is it's going to become my overnight because I can work on it for long bulks of hours at a time. The overnights are 10 hours long, so that gives me a nice good chunk of working time. And the gentleman that I'm working with is very easygoing in the evenings, and that allows me quite a bit of time to work on that. I've also, so I need a day project because I'm going to work on that for the overnight. It's going to be the red dress. So my day project, Ellen has a mannequin. Mannequin's name is Nellie, and Nellie is a fashionista. Nellie has all the glamorous outfits. The other day when I was visiting Ellen, I saw that Nellie was wearing a cape. It's the perfect combo between a shawl, which I'm always like pulling on a shawl, and a poncho, which you just throw on and go. Oh, Nellie looked amazing. And so I have some yarn that I really wanted to work with. I've worked with it in a different colorway. Red Heart, Roll With It, Melange. I worked with, I think it was Catwalk or The Green Room. They all have awesome names. This one's called Theater. I want something, ooh, it doesn't get chilly cold here, so I wanted something light. Fall colors. Look at this. We have palettes, don't we? This one's Theater. I really enjoyed working with this stuff before. It's been a very long time. When I worked with it, I was doing those pocket shawls, pocket cardigans, the really long, wide scarves. They were shawls with huge pockets in them, and I was making them like crazy. People wanted them. And I think that was the last time I had the pleasure of using this yarn. I like this yarn because there are, where'd it go? 389 yards. That's a lot of yardage for your dollar. Speaking of dollars, Amazon. The last time I visited Amazon for yarn was a very, very long time ago, and I think we had plenty of other resources to use. But with Joanne leaving us, Amazon's really come down in their yarn prices. It's not something I would have ever recommended anyone go buy yarn on Amazon. I knew what I was looking for. Hobby Lobby used to carry this a long time ago. They don't carry it anymore. And I knew what I wanted. It wasn't at Michael's. And I was just like, let me just throw it on Amazon and see. They had 3 of them for $20. And I live in Oakley, California. We have a huge Amazon hub in Oakley, California. So on my overnight shift, the last one, I was Googling around. I found this. It was, I think, a little after midnight. And they said that with another item that I had in my cart was over the $25 and that I could get free same-day delivery. And they asked if I would like it delivered between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. Yeah. I want yarn on demand. Amazon is my new yarn seller. They're going to hold it for me, and then I'll just request that they drive it over. Unbelievable. That's dangerously addicting. I like that. So they drove it over, and because it was so convenient and it was so affordable that I was looking at my work has a little rewards app where they give you reward money to spend however you want. And so I cashed in a bunch of points and got Amazon gift card, and I ordered more, and it's being delivered today. So I worked an overnight shift, came home, slept for slept my hours, and then when I woke up, I got coffee. I went outside. I picked up my Amazon. I sat down here in my comfy spot on my couch. I had a great visit with Ellen as she talked about Nelles Cape patterns. Nelles Cape. Nellie looked amazing. And I realized that I was short about 200 yards from the recommended, but now that I'm actually into the pattern and I'm working it, I see that you go until you get to the length that you want. I also wanted to break it up a little bit. I didn't want the whole cape to be one color. It's got these beautiful ridge textures in it, and I wanted the collar piece on it to be one shade, and then at the shoulder line it will cape and drape gorgeously. Oh, Ellen, you did such a good job in designing this pattern. I love it. It's working up super fast. So I was digging in the yarn cellar and I found complimentary shade. This is a Caron 1 pound. I've had this in, what is it? Denim jean. And I barely used much of it at all, but just enough for the aspect that I was looking for. You ready? I've been working on it. I've got the collar piece done, and look at that texture. That's the ridge row. This is a very well written pattern. There's a diagram to help. The instructions are wordy. There's the symbols to help reinforce what stitches you're working with next. It's not so much about stitch count. After you establish, you need to stitch count to establish, and then after that they're just flowing together. This is my favorite part. how when I worked that corner, I worked into the corner and it gave like this nice, beautiful little transition bit right there. I was looking for that. Loving this pattern, absolutely loving it. It's perfect for during the day. This is what I'm gonna keep with me. I am using a J hook as recommended so that it could be nice, airy, and flowy. I've got my polymer clay shed hook. Perfect. This is designed with a little flat piece right there where my thumb fits. Oh, it's perfect, no fatigue. And it's stamped at the back, so I do know that it is a J at quick glance. So this is what I'm carrying with me in my purse, in the car, for sitting here on the couch and just working up. I got the red dress going for my overnights. My next overnight will be Thursday night to Friday. I have 3 more of these on the way. I think I did get Catwalk. It's the green. It's more vibrant. It's more earthy toned. Greens. I think there is a bit of magenta in it and maybe a tad of purple. And then I was thinking for that one, I wanted to use the gray for the top piece. Oh, it's gonna be a Nellie. Oh yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful. Okay, in the description box below, I'll put the link to Ellen's visit where Nellie's wearing Nelles Cape. You gotta go look. It's really, really pretty. And then I'm just gonna keep going until I use up all 3 of these. And that's the yardage that I needed for that. Oh, so the other day I stopped by the dollar store. They're done with their back to school section and they're changing all that stuff over into fall. And they had a basket, and in the basket they said that everything in the basket was 2 for $1.25 tree. And in the back to school supplies, they had these weird pencil grips. And they're just like these, it's like silicone, so it's not sticky to my hand, but it does adhere nicely to metal hooks. And they're open, so they fit on a huge variety of hooks. I grabbed a metal hook. I have quite a few metal hooks in my hook case. And I was testing it to see how many different sizes this fits on, just to, thicken it up a little bit. It did. It's comfortable. It's squishy. It has these little cutout pieces where my fingers fit nicely in it. I can pull it down a little bit, but it kind of tends to work itself short again, but it is long enough to be my whole hand. Yeah, I picked up 2 packs of them. I figured if I didn't like them on my crochet hooks, then give them to the kids for school supplies. Hobbies first. I wonder, so this is the Prim hook that I picked up from the flea market, the packet of Prim hooks. It already has, it's not squishy, it's like a harder plastic. Well, it's a little squishy, but it leaves too long of a shaft, so I feel like I'm always working on that ridge. What? It bulked it up. Oh, that's nice. I have favorite hooks. I'm a hook collector, and then I have my favorite hooks. And I notice that when I get something new to try and test out, I like them and I use them, but it's hard to replace like that favorite style of hook. I was hoping that maybe this would become my new favorite style of hook and that this could bring all the other ones back into action. It's just preference, right? It's pretty. It fits well in my hand. It's lightweight. And I really don't work on big, bulkier items very often, really. I like the smaller stuff, which is something else that I'm working on. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm meeting with a friend from high school. Haven't seen her in a really, really, really long time. And she's in the area. We're gonna go to lunch. I think I'm gonna wear the Cake Off Halloween with the hobby yarn that I got from Cindy with Pups and Crochet. I think I'm gonna wear that tomorrow because we're going to eat at Cracker Barrel, and then we're going to the library. Gosh, what neighborhood is that in? It's a fantastic looking library, and there's a garden section and a pond and ducks, and they have an amazing reading area. I'm gonna take my crochet with me. She's a big reader, so I know she's gonna be looking at the Friends of the Library where you can buy books. So I know she's gonna be spending quite a bit of time there. So I'm gonna take my crochet. I always take my crochet. But my friend Angela is really big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. And she was telling me that she has a dress that she wants to wear, and it's her new dress, and it's Nightmare Before Christmas. So I was thinking I want to wear my oversized shirt that I made. Gosh, I can't remember what that pattern name was. I'll look it up. Leave it in the description box. No. I'll put it in the video for tomorrow because I'm going to plan on taking pictures and add those pictures to the fashion show of the things I haven't shown you. I wanted to, speaking of thread and working with smaller hooks, I wanted to make her something to gift to her. And so I'm making earrings, and I have a little Nightmare Before Christmas. This is Zero, the little ghost dog. This is red embroidery. These are the little eye pins that I purchased with my Steffi Glaves micro crochet book. I purchased these tiny little eye pins on Amazon. This is the first time I've used them. They're perfect. They don't stretch out the little stitches. It's like a tiny little seed bead on a post. And I put the eye down inside where I wanted them. Little hairs there. And then I used jewelry pliers and I bent it over. So it's bent over flat on the inside of the head. And then I put some Aleene's glue on the back of those posts. They're in there. That is so cute. And so I've got him made. I kind of like it when these flap up. It gives a lot of movement. So this is one of the earrings, and I'm trying to decide where I want to attach the earring bit. Not on his ear. Probably on one of these. Oh, that's cute. So I'm going to attach the earring bit, and I used a very iridescent looking embroidery thread. And then, oh, I got work to do on this one. Tomorrow's Wednesday already. I know what I'm going to be doing this evening. So the other one is Oogie Boogie, the Boogeyman. He's made out of a burlap sack, and so when I'm starting to design something that I don't have a pattern for, I just go for general shapes. His general shape was a star. He's got a leg, an arm, and a face. An evil looking face with very triangular eyes wedged up, and then a smile that goes from side to side, and then it has the hash marks on it. I'm struggling with the face features. They gotta be right. So Zero was easier because I used those little pin eyes. My star is looking like a swampy Shrek SpongeBob. I've already decided, so this point I made a little extra extravagant, and that's where I was going to attach the earring. Oogie Boogie, his head in the gunny sack has like a longer sack piece, and I thought that I was going to make that his head, but I'm kind of thinking I want that his arm, and I want his face to the side, kind of how when I hang the earring for 0, I'm going to hang him from the side because that gives a nice shaping point, kind of off centers it a little bit. So I want to hang from here, but I want one of these points to be his eyes. It's so narrow that I'm having a hard time embroidering it on there. Eva had an amazing idea. She said to use thicker thread to embroider the eyes on there, and maybe that'll help. You know, I need it very, very basic. 2 basic triangle teardrop shapes for the eyes turned up. And then the smile is just one long piece. So I tried using something thicker. It blended too much into that outside seam. I have some felt in the craft closet. It's a closet in the hallway filled with craft supplies. I also fondly call it my office. Somebody asks for something, I'll say, it's in the office. I don't have an office. We live in a small home. I have some felt in there that I could cut and glue on there. That might be for the eyes. The mouth, just really struggling. I need to get it on there. And when you do character pieces, it needs to be so close that it's recognizable. But if you can't get it that close, it just kind of looks like generic. I gotta work on this. Why am I messing around with Nelles Cape? Because it's the shiny new thing and I want to. I got projects going. I'm gonna work on the earrings tonight, and then I have those little tiny Halloween Ziploc bags from the dollar store that I put my random acts of crochet kindness in. I'm gonna drop the little earrings down in that and give those to her tomorrow. I think it's cute. It'll go with her dress. She was so excited to tell me about her dress. It was custom made. I'll get pictures. I'll get pictures tomorrow. I want to look for crochet books in there. It's up past Sacramento and it's a slightly smaller community. So I'm hoping that the Friends of the Library will have like crochet patterns, magazines, stuff. So I've been sitting around this morning having coffee. Poking around with Nellie. I'm gonna poke around with Nellie some more. I'm gonna save the earrings for this evening. It's just some little final touches. I also thought, you know, a way I could get those eyes on there is I might be able to just use a fine tipped Sharpie marker. I don't want it to bleed. You know what I was thinking? I need something so tiny. I was thinking of those fingernail gems at the salon that they put on. I need 2 tiny little teardrop triangle wedges. There's no way I'm gonna Amazon a whole kit for 2 little tiny ones. And I can't just go down there to the nail salon and say, I'm a crocheter. I'm making Oogie Boogie and I need to purchase 2 gems. I don't even know how they would charge me for that. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out and I will be back to show you. How's that? I'm gonna sit here and sip on coffee and visit with my Nellie project. In the description box below. Go check her out. Bye.